Yes, hello. Thank you so much for joining me here at Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. Okay, so right now, what we are going to talk about next is what we're going to be cracking the code on today, guys, again, is the discard, the narcissist and the discard. So, thank you so much for joining me here on another video with Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code. And we are going to get into the discard. This is the last part of the narcissistic abusive cycle. So pay attention because it's a little graphic and it's a little triggering. So I encourage you to, really pay attention to what is said in this video. Like I said, always, if you have any questions, if you want to book a one-on-one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com. You can also, if you want to speak, if you want someone to talk to, and it's an emergency, or you want to figure out if your spouse or partner is a narcissist, feel free to message me at 647-406-3057. If you want to speak over the phone, if you'd rather speak over the phone, then feel free to do that. But before you do that, please just text me and let me know who it is, just so I know it's about that, and then I can further help you with your situation. So we are going to be talking about the discard stage. So the discard, it's very graphic and it's a very difficult thing to have to deal with. That's what I'll say. I experienced it myself, and what I'll do in my next videos I make after explaining all this, I'm gonna put a link to the podcast because I actually spoke on a podcast about my narcissistic relationship and my marriage and what I dealt with in that, and I have some helpful things to say about it. So yes, this is the discard. So this is this is the last part of the narcissist abusive cycle, and usually it ends as fast. What I usually say is the discard usually ends is the ending of the relationship or marriage or whatever. The narcissistic relationship ends just as fast as it started. So the love bomb, it feels like things are going at light speed, and the narcissist discard is ends the relationship abruptly, like it just abruptly ends, and I'm going to talk about that here. So, what is the discard? What does it mean to be discarded by the narcissist? And we're going to talk about why the narcissist discards. So, what is the discard? What does it mean when the narcissist has discarded you? So, there's a discard, but there's also called a reverse discard, which I'm going to talk about here. So, the discard is when the narcissist essentially is done with you. They pretty much just end it abruptly. Like when I say end abruptly, I literally mean it ends abruptly. Like they just out of nowhere, and it comes out of left field. And for the people who aren't educated, who aren't strong enough, who didn't do their reconnaissance on figuring out whether their person was a narcissist or not, it's definitely going to come from left field through you. Now, I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just trying to help, and I'm just trying to explain to you that this ending is it's very painful, depending on who you are, depending on if you figured it out or not. So if you weren't paying attention during the devaluation stage, then it's gonna be very painful for you to witness. So usually when the discard happens, like I said, it's gonna come from left field. So for example, I'll give you an example. So let's just say that you and the narcissist were supposed to go to you were supposed to go to dinner with them. Let's say that you guys planned out dinner. It's gonna be nice. You're excited about the night. You get dressed up to the nines. You as the husband, you put on your nice suit. And let's say that your wife is the narcissist, or put it in reverse. Your husband is the narcissist, and you guys are getting ready, and you're putting on your nice dress. You look beautiful and everything like that. And let's just say now that the dinner it's about to start, you're getting excited, and the timing is about to start. You guys are about to leave, or your spouse. You guys are going to meet each other there. And let's say that you're getting ready and everything, but then out of nowhere, this, like I said, the discard happens so abruptly that you will not see it coming, and it's gonna blow your mind because you're gonna think to yourself, how could this, and it's gonna break you down. But this is what happens, guys. So be ready. You sense that at the time of the discard, something is off. Something doesn't seem right. The person is more and more and more distant. and you can't figure out why. And this dinner that you guys are about to have, or the outing you're about to have, something just doesn't feel right, but you can't put your finger on it, but you go forth anyway. And so during this time, what's going to happen is you're either going to get a message on your phone, on your cell phone, that's going to say something to the effect of, hey, hello spouse, or hello so and so, whoever you are. I've decided that it's best if we don't be together anymore. I'm gonna be coming to pick up my stuff. I never loved you. I never cared about you, and I don't want anything to do with you anymore. And now you're confused, because you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I can't believe that the person who I thought loved me all of a sudden just throws me away like that. And it's gonna shake you up for sure. You're gonna be broken for sure. You might have a breakdown, and you might start crying. You might break down, and you might have a thought of committing suicide. I don't know, but it's gonna be very heartbreaking. That's how difficult the discard is. And so here's the thing with the discard. The narcissist now discarded you, and now your whole day, your whole week has been blown up, because now you've got to go tell your boss that now my now I've me and my narcissist are separated. Me and the person I love, we're getting separated, and now you're broken, and now you're performing not good at work. Maybe you have to take a week off work, a month off work, a couple days off work, a year off work, maybe, because you're so broken, because you thought that this person truly loved you when really they didn't. That's what's happening. That's what the discard is. The narcissist just kind of throws you away, just discards you. When you hear the word discard, usually you think of a piece of garbage, right? You say, okay, please discard your garbage. Please discard this or that in the garbage. And that's what the narcissist is doing. They're just throwing you away like nothing happened. And the reason why the narcissist discards, the reason why they just pretend as it, and the thing is, when the narcissist is discarding you, they know that they've discarded you. No, they know that they're just throwing you away. But the truth is, remember I said narcissists are very selfish, and they're very empty people. There's nothing to them. They just do things, and they just don't care. They believe that they're above the law. So the narcissist, like I said, they just discarded you, and now you don't know what to think. You can't believe that somebody could actually do this to someone. Well, the truth is, they're doing it every day. They're doing it all around the globe. As I'm creating this video right now, there's somebody all around the world right now that is actually being discarded right now, and or the discard is about to happen. They won't see it coming. But the truth is, the narcissist does this, and they do this now. There's also what's called a reverse discard. A reverse discard is when the narcissist makes it so bad for you, they make your life so miserable, and they make you so angry to the point where you end up ending it yourself. And the truth is, remember what I said, the narcissist knows what they're doing. They know that they're destroying you, but they do this because they have to fill themselves with something, because they're empty people, and they need to get a thrill. They get energy from knowing that they've discarded you. I know it sounds very disgusting and very strange, but it is what it is, right? That's what they're doing. So know this. Know that when the narcissist discards you, it's not your fault. It never was your fault. It has nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You maybe did everything that you should have done. You cooked for them. You cleaned for them. You gave them a life that nobody else could give them. At least you thought. But you did everything. I'm sure that you did everything. You bought them presents. You took care of them. You paid their way through life. You did everything for the narcissist, guys. And that's why it's so heartbreaking to think that after all you did for them, that they could just throw you away like that. I know it's difficult. It's not easy to have to deal with. Now, what I would say is, when you get this message, that the narcissist is discarding you, that they're leaving you, and that they've been cheating on you and whatnot, chances are the narcissist, when they send you this message, or when you find out that you've been discarded, it may not be through a text message. It could be you come home and you get a letter, and there's a letter on your desk or somewhere in the house, and it says something to that effect. Just like how I explained the text message, it's a long letter about how they never loved you. It could very well be that you come home and your house is empty, there's nothing there, and they've stolen everything from you. That's another thing I've heard many people experience. It could also be that they just disappear altogether, like they just vanish, they leave everything where as it was, and they just vanish onto the person. But the truth is, guys, the truth is with the discard is that the narcissist was planning this all along. Now, did they have the time, the date, and everything about the discard? Maybe they did plan to that extent, but chances are they've been doing this behind your back. They've been cheating on you behind your back. They've been going behind your back. That's why they've been like I mentioned in the devaluation stage. They've been disappearing on you. They've been ghosting you. They've been pulling back, and the reason why is because they were looking for your replacement, the person who they were going to replace you with. Why did they replace you? They replaced you because narcissists, remember, they can't ever be alone. And chances are you were just being yourself. You were just doing what you love best. You were playing basketball, going and hanging out with your buddies or your girls or whatever. And the narcissists, because they're so anxiety riddled and they're so scared and they can't be alone, the whole time you were doing that, and I'm sorry to say this, don't get offended, don't start screaming at me through the screen. I can tell you this right now, while you were doing the things that you loved, the narcissist was looking for your replacement even then. And like I said, it's not because of anything you did. So don't blame yourself. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't think that this was all your fault, because chances are, I believe 99% it was not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. It had nothing to do with you. It had all to do with the narcissist and their anxiety riddled, can't be satisfied self. That's why they discarded you. It has nothing to do with them not liking you or any of that. It's just because of that they were jealous of you and they were scared that you were actually going to discard them. They thought that you were going to end it with them. So in order for them to have power over you, to be able to control you, they wanted to do it first. Because remember what I said in one of my other videos, and that's why I encourage to start from the beginning, is that narcissists thrive off of being in control. They want to control the narrative. So if they discard you first, it gives them happiness. They're so happy that they did it because they know that they're in control. But if you did it, they would be so broken to the point where they'd actually play the victim, to the point where you could actually get in trouble. And that's why I encourage that if it becomes too bad, if the narcissist makes it too bad, I don't encourage you to discard them. I don't encourage you to end it yourself, because they could, especially if they're a malignant narcissist, they can become very dangerous. They could even assault you. They could even plot to kill you if you decide to end it with them, because they're that scared and they can be that dangerous. So that's what happens during the discard stage, and that's what happens. And I explained what the reverse discard was when the narcissist, when you discard the narcissist. So that's what the discard is, guys. And what I'd encourage you to do when you've been discarded, when the narcissist discards you, I don't encourage anybody to go to therapy. I don't encourage anyone to go to counseling. And here's why. And many people are going to hate me for this. Many people are going to call me names for this. Many people are going to think that I'm wrong. Here's why I don't encourage anybody to go to therapy or counseling. Here's why. The reason why is because majority of those therapists, majority of those counselors are not educated on narcissism. Many of them don't know what narcissism is. I would say about 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 therapists or counselors are not educated on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And many of them, and I'm sorry to say this, many of them are actually narcissists themselves. Yeah, that's the truth. So I don't encourage anyone to go to therapy, because the truth is, many people, why do people go to therapy? Well, they go to therapy because they want to figure out what it is that they're dealing with. They want someone to vent to and talk to. And the second thing is that they want closure. The truth is, guys, the narcissist will not give you closure. They won't tell you that they discarded you because that they were in fact a narcissist. They won't give you closure. They won't tell you they discarded you because they never loved you. They won't say they discarded you because they found somebody else. They will not give you closure. And I promise you, if they do give you closure, if they do say that they discarded you because they found someone else or something like that or something else, chances are they're lying to you. They're probably lying and there's probably more things going on that you never knew about. The narcissist lives a life that's separate from the relationship or marriage that you had. So if you thought to yourself, if you thought that the narcissist was, if you thought that it was just you and the narcissist and there was no one else. So for example, if you got married to them and you thought that you were the only person that they were married to, chances are they were probably married to their ex and married to other people or in relationships with other people the whole time. Sorry to say it. I'm so sorry to say it, but it's the truth, guys. And that's why I'm saying narcissists, there's nothing to these people. That's why they can move on like nothing ever like nothing ever happened, like you were never with them, like you never knew them. That's why it's so easy for them and so effortless for them to just move on and or find your replacement, because there's nothing to them. They're empty. They don't have anything inside of them. They have no soul. They have no core. They're very callous individuals. They're very mean individuals. They're disgusting individuals, guys. They're of the devil. That's why I say replace the word narcissist with devil, because narcissists are of the devil. There's a demon inside of them that they can't fight. There's a demon inside of them that they decided from childbirth that they were not going to get help with. So that's what happens during the discard. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. And I'm so sorry if this triggers anybody or if this makes anyone sad, or if you have anything to say, please mention it in the comments. Please help other people that are looking for answers. Like I said, the discard, it's not something that I wish for anybody to have to go through. Like I said, if you get discarded, or if you get to a point where you need help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to reach out and say what to do if you need help with next steps. If you're looking for a way out of the narcissist abusive cycle, if you're looking for a way out of the marriage, the relationship, or anything, because remember, narcissists come in all shapes and sizes. It could be your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your grandparent, a next door neighbor, a friend you've known for maybe 30 years or 10 years, or a friend you've just met. Now, that's in the case of a relationship, like a relationship or marriage, that's what the discard looks like, because you live with this person or you're married to this person. But if it's like a brother, sister, or anything like that, it's the same thing, pretty much. It's the same thing. The difference is that they just don't live with you, right? They just throw you away because you thought that this person loved you. You thought that you were good friends with that person for 30 years. When in reality, this person who is your best friend, they've been going behind your back and smearing you to all your friends and family, and now those people want nothing to do with you. So that's what the discard stage looks like, guys. That's the final, that's the ending of the narcissistic abusive cycle. It starts with the love bomb stage where everything is happy, everything is amazing, and then the devaluation stage, which is the longest part of the relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it. And then the devaluation stage is the ending, is the abrupt ending. So know this. I want you guys to know this, okay? When the narcissist discards you, who you see at the discard stage, the person that you see, the person who, who discards you or does this to you, that's the person that they were the whole time. But the truth is, they've been holding that back. They were wearing a mask to manipulate you, to confuse you, to make it seem as though you were the best thing to them, when really you weren't. You were nothing to them that whole time. That's what the narcissist does. That's who they are to their core. They're a jealous person. They're a bully. They are a callous person. There's nothing to them. There's nothing good for them. So if it ever crosses your mind that once the narcissist discards you, that you want to get back to them, that you want something to do with them, move on with your life. Don't hang on to the fact that this person could change, because they can't change. Narcissists cannot change. They get worse and worse and worse and worse over time, and they become what is called the aging narcissist, and that's someone you do not want to see. That's someone you do not want anything to do with. I'll make a video on the aging narcissist sometime later on. Now, adding on to the ending, the discard, at times, not all the time, but at times there's what is called a Hoover. The Hoover, and I'm not going to make a video on it because it would be too short, but the Hoover is when the narcissist wants to try to draw you back in after they've discarded you. It's when they're testing you to see, one, if you figured out that they're a narcissist, or second, they want to see if you actually healed. So what exactly does the Hoover look like? So the Hoover, what it will look like is the narcissist may send you a message and they'll say, "Hi, how are you?" It'll be very generic. It'll say like just one word, "Hi." It can say, "How are you?" It can say, "What's up?" something to the effect of what's going on with you, or it could say I love you, I'm thinking about you. Chances are that message that they sent you, they've been sending it to many other sources, many other supplies. Now, I'm going to make a video on supplies later on, but I just want to give you guys an idea. Meaning they've sent it to many other people. That same how are you or I love you, they've sent it to many other people, okay? Not just to you. So when the narcissist hoovers you, just ignore it. So if they send you that message, ignore it. Just delete it, block it, okay? Because chances are they are going to send it through a phantom email or the message or the text. It will come from their phone if you have not deleted them or blocked them, okay? Now, I understand that if you have kids with the narcissist, it's unfortunate. I understand that you may not be able to block them just yet, just because you need to be able to communicate with them for custody of the kids and whatnot. I understand that. But as much as possible, even with that, do not communicate with them if you don't have to. Give them one word answer. Say okay and just go gray rock completely gray rock them, okay? But during the Hoover, just don't accept the Hoover. If they send you a letter in the mail, throw it out, crumple it up and throw it away like a piece of garbage, the piece of garbage that they are, okay? If they send you a present, throw it out. Don't take anything from them, because like I said, the narcissist is trying to see if they can control you, if there's still room to draw you back in. And the thing is, you may not even get the Hoover right away. You could get it tomorrow, you could get it a year later, a month later, you could get it 2 years later, you could get it anytime, because these narcissists are empty. There's nothing to them. Now, the question is, why would the narcissist want to Hoover someone? Why would they want to draw you back in? Well, there's two answers. One answer is because the narcissist is desperate, because they miss what you could give them. Remember, the reason why they Hoover you is because they it's not because they love you. It's not because they want to get back together or work things out with you. None of that. The reason why they Hoover is because they want to see if you can offer them something. They want what you can give them. So if it was sex, they want the sex. If it was the money, then they want the money. If it was a place to live, then it's a place to live. That's what they want from you. They don't love you. I promise you that. Narcissists can't love. They can't fall in love. Remember what I said? Narcissists are empty people. They're empty vessels that need something to fill them up. But they can never be satisfied. So what's the point of giving to them in the first place, right? So remember, do not accept that Hoover if they Hoover you. Just throw it away like a piece of garbage that they are and move on with your life. Live your best life, okay? That's what the Hoover is. That's what the discard is. If you found this video helpful, like I said, please like, subscribe. Please comment if you've experienced this, or if you know somebody who's going through this. Please make sure if you need help, if you want to book a one-on-one session, please email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com. Or if you want advice, if you're looking for an emergency and you want someone to talk to, you can text me at 647-406-3057. Or you can, if you want to call and you want to speak over the phone, please just message me through text and just say who you are and what you're calling for, and then I will be more than happy to give advice. I'll be more than happy to help you out, just because I'm trying to spread this awareness as much as possible, because this can happen to anybody, right? Don't think that just because the narcissist discards you, don't think that it's just you. Don't think that you are alone, because many people all around the globe are experiencing this right now as I'm creating this video. Now, at least one person, like I said, one person is getting hoovered or discarded. One person. Even today it's happening to them. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me here at Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thank you.